guys were asked earlier about how you improved over the course of this year, but I'm wondering if you have any plans in place for improvement from a management perspective in the off-season, books you might read, people you might talk to, conferences you might attend, that sort of thing.
We argue every day. No, I think that the growing process in our job starts from always looking in the mirror in the morning and just asking that we're doing our best to do our job, and we challenge each other every day. I think that's a good situation. I think we have a healthy relationship that way, and if it gets to too much, I go on the road for a while. So that's the way it goes. But we talk about it all the time, all day long, and we live and breathe hockey. I don't think this is a job. I think it's a lifestyle. You know, we were here from the morning to the afternoon, and then we go home and watch games, either on the road or on TV. That's what we do. And there are certainly a lot of things that we can get better at, and like I said, we'll look in the mirror and make sure that we're doing all the things to improve as managers, and JD can speak for his own development process. He's been around quite a long time and has more experience than us in this room combined. So I just try to learn something every day, and whether it's from the players, listening to people and respecting their opinion, to trying to read and do whatever. I've been very fortunate to be around a lot of people that I have a ton of respect for in hockey world, you know, as mentors, as general managers, as coaches that I've either played for or worked with, and I've learned something from every one of them just by making sure that I listen more than I talk.
The season ends for the players, and they take a couple of weeks, and then they get back to training, which is a good thing. For us, it's day after day all the way through, which is a good thing too. And the World Championships are around the corner. There's junior hockey playoffs going on. It's nice to see them live. There's a draft going to go on down in Florida. I even go up to Toronto for the Hall of Fame selection committee meetings, and what's good about that is you get 20 really good hockey people in a room for a couple of days, and you can pick brains, you can talk, you can learn stuff every single day. There's free agency coming up, there's arbitration if necessary. It goes on. And we also do, through our office with Josh Flynn and such, we do a study on every other team in the league, and not only the teams but their entire franchises, and study their needs, study how they've done business, study how they've drafted, what might be available, what might not be available, does it suit us? So it's a constant daily learning curve, which keeps our jobs interesting. And then on top of that, as a person who is involved with running the team, we get curveballs. We get curveballs every day. Curveballs. There's going to be a curveball tomorrow. I know there is. So we have to deal with curveballs. It's life. It's anything from A to Z, and so we deal with it. It's intriguing. It's fun, and no matter how much experience you have, there's a whole lot of learning to do. There's a lot of stuff that goes on out there that just sort of pops. An example would be the Nathan Horton situation. Something popped, and we were able to make a deal with Toronto. That was new. That was a good situation for Toronto and us. That's another player we're looking forward to having in our lineup next year, which should make us a better team.
I wouldn't ask you this if I hadn't heard other owners and GMs and presidents talk about this, but do you guys have your own draft lottery rituals, something to try to bring the club a little bit of fortune, an extra hour at church, a rabbit's foot, a bow tie, anything?
If you have some suggestions for to increase the probability of the 6%, I'll do a voodoo dance or something. I'll try anything.
That 6% feels like it's 60% to me. I feel good about it. Yeah. I'm going to be as positive as possible and enjoy the day. I don't know if I can watch it. That kid's good. That's all I get. I watched him.
Which kid?
Well, I'm not saying, but I watched one on TV last night. I watched one on TV play in London last night, and he was pretty good.
I've watched all of the top picks, and I'm going to the World Junior Under 18 in a week to Switzerland again. And I've been involved with the draft since 1995, and there hasn't been too many guys that have been drafted like these top guys are. I can tell you that.
You heard officially that Riley's decommitted from school,
Yeah, but that was expected. We knew that.
that he's officially filed the paperwork and is done.
I don't know if he's actually filed the papers, but we expected him to announce that
Right.
he's done with college and he's turning pro.
Has the 30-day window started, though?
Well, it doesn't matter because it's going to be June 1. Is going to be the crucial date because of the way it's going to be. If he's in fact filed the paperwork, it's
Right.
not going to be 30 days before June 1st.
Has he told you that you're still in the running?
Yeah.
That he would still consider you? Okay.
Yes.
Is there any way that the first year of his entry level can be burned other than playing games with you this year?
That's a good question. I might need
Josh.
Josh. Now that the regular season's
We're not
done,
lawyers.
I'd have to check with him to see how the rule goes. I know that it was possible when there were still regular season games. I'm not sure how it is right now.
All right, guys, you know the story of Chief Leatherlips when Jack Nichols, when the memorial was getting a lot of rain and Barbara Nicholas went and put the shot of whiskey there. Was there ever a point during the season, at any one of these injuries, anything that happened where you guys, oh my God, what do we have to do? Was there a moment like that personally now that you can share with us where you,
I tried to
I don't know what it was.
a couple times, but didn't work.
tried a shot of whiskey but didn't work?
Twice, he said.
Yeah.
All I know is that I often thought about it. I tried to drive to the rink a different route, just different things. If we happen to win, I wear the same tie. But then it got old. Every night it was 1, 2, 3 players. So then I just, it is what it is. Let's live through this thing and at least find a way to hang our hat on something. We talked many times about this is rotten. It's getting worse every night. 2 guys, 3 guys, 1 guy, 3 guys. And so we just came to the conclusion is it is what it is. Let's deal with it because we have to, but let's at least get something out of this season. And we talked to the coaches. We pushed everybody. And we didn't want to rush players back from injuries because that makes no sense. It just doesn't. But and then you have to wait till the dust settles. The dust settled, and I think we've gotten some stuff out of the season that we can at least, in knowing we didn't make the playoffs, hang our hat on a few things, quite a few things. And that gives me a real sense of not just hope, but a sense of reality that we've got a team that's going to battle here. We've got a team that can do some damage. We got a team that if we don't make the playoffs a priority, it's ridiculous because we can make the playoffs for sure and then see where it goes.
I was just going to ask you, you've talked a couple of times about being excited to get to work on your job this summer. Does it make it easier to know that you have some free agents, but you won't have that high-profile, potentially contentious thing that you had last year?
You think it was it contentious or
I heard things.
things got done? I'm really happy that Jarmo, along with Bill Zito, were able to sit down with a lot of the camps, and when we went through our trials and tribulations of the season, and it's a good point. I'm glad you brought it up. It was something that we needed also to do to hang our hat on something. So we took time when things were a struggle and got a lot of business taken care of. So we don't need to focus on that. We do have some business yet to take care of and decisions to make. But with Bobrovsky and Foligno and Atkinson and Dubinsky and the others, we're in a good spot with all those contracts. And Joey too. And Joey's got so much promise. I mean, we had a great meeting with him yesterday. He loves it here. We love having him here. It's all good. And that was important for us. Through all that stuff we went through, and it seems like it was it seems like it was 3 years worth of aggravation. But at least we did some things and took care of business by design so we can just keep moving forward.